Hello there, welcome. My name is Kevin Yoakum, and I will be facilitating your Biology 2 experience this spring. So this is your landing page for Brightspace. Now, I wanted to mention for this course, I wanted to mention too, this is a web course, so we do not meet. We have no set dates for meeting times. This course can be done at your own pace. I have everything open, all the assignments, all the exams, all of the quizzes. Everything is available to you right now. So you can work at your own pace. Um, I also have it set up. I do have some due dates for some of your quizzes and exams, but these are just checkpoints. They're not specifically locked in due dates. If you take the quizzes or exams after the due dates, there's no penalty. The other thing is you can take the exams and quizzes as many times as you want, and it keeps your highest score. So again, I don't want any real pressure on any of you. This course is, like I say, it's designed to be informative regarding some of the more uh, regarding more principles of biology. So let's take a look at a couple of things that you're going to need to be aware of. And again, if you ever have questions, please send me an email. I will get back to you very quickly. So when you land on your click content, you're going to go in and you'll see the syllabus and course calendar are available to you. And again, let's take a peek at the syllabus. We'll go through that. Again, this is an asynchronous class, so there's no meeting times. I will be releasing a weekly video that in an announcement email form. So they'll be short. They'll be probably 5 minutes or so. They're just checking in, making sure you're doing okay, and just answering any questions that maybe some of you have emailed me about. I do have some office hours, but again, I usually have quite a few students that meet with me. So you're going to want to send me an email uh, beforehand. That way I know. That way there's no conflict because anyway, send me an email if you do need office hours. Most students in our web courses are able to communicate with us through email. But like I say, I certainly have no problem meeting in Zoom if we need to. Um, Again, this is low stress, low impact. Just follow the routine, work at your own pace, and get everything done, and you'll be golden. I do use the OpenStax biology textbook. Again, it's 2025, so you can use any resources you can find on the internet. You're going to need to purchase a McGraw-Hill access if you haven't already. A lot of your course, about half of your grade is from McGraw-Hill labs. So you have about 25 or so virtual labs that you're going to need to be doing. The course is out of 1,400 points. So anyhow, you're going to want to be, I think all of you probably need Bs. So you're going to want to be around the 1,100 ish range. So here's how your 1,400 points break down. You're going to have 5 exams at 100 points apiece. There are 5 modules. So you're going to do, that's about 36%. Your labs, I said 50%, it's 500, but labs and exams account for each a little over a third of your grade. You're going to have, I guess, about 17, but some of those lab activities have more than one, but roughly 17. And then you're also going to have a handful of quizzes, about 14 little quizzes throughout. And then toward the end, there's a Living Planet report that we'll talk about later. So anyway, this is again, you can work at your own pace. This is a recommended pace that you could work. We I have it set up week by week. So this will take you now. Again, the last week is short because of Good Friday and Easter. We do end on the 17th. I do give a 2-day grace period at the end of every semester for students in web courses. So if something comes up with computer issues, technology issues, we do still have a couple day grace period. So technically, you need to have everything done by the 19th, but we'll say the 17th, though, just so you have that as your target date. Remember, though, because you can work at your own pace, there's a possibility you could finish this course sometime in March. So, but anyway, Now, how I have this set up is we're going to go through a lot of different systems that are involved with throughout the animal kingdom and throughout biology. So, um, now most of these we think of as really all most living creatures are going to have some sort of system for exchange that involves nutrition in the solid forms, involves gases like such as oxygen and carbon dioxide. So we're going to get into some of that throughout the semester in quite a bit of detail. We're going to go a little bit further than maybe you've gone before in trying to understand some of these concepts. And then toward the end of the semester, we're going to get into some other stuff like genetics, inheritance, evolution, adaptation, animal behavior, ecology. So, like I say, you can spend as much time or as little time on each of these. It's totally up to you. It's your experience. Some students are really into this stuff at the bottom, so they'll spend a lot more time on it instead of just a couple weeks. And same with up here. So it's really your experience and how you manage it is really up to you. I certainly have my own recommendations and my own ways of going about things, but this is definitely the approach that you're going to want to take. And so let's go back over into our Brightspace. So we go look at content here, and we're going to see all of your stuff, generally speaking, is going to be found under the modules. Actually, I need to move this up here. I'm going to move this McGraw-Hill Labs tab. There we go. I'm going to put that right there. So this will give you, we'll talk about that first. If you click one of these, it's going to give you the information as to how to register or sign up if you haven't already. So you do need a McGraw-Hill account, so you can use your gateway uh, email for that if you'd like. They do have a 2-week free trial. So if you have trouble accessing or paying initially, you can do a 2-week trial and get started on those. All right, so modules. Here are the 5 modules. And again, you're going to want to click each one of these. It's going to have, generally, each one has everything you need. So if I click this Unit 1 folder, I'm going to have an outline of Unit 1, some slides that go with it, and then I'll have a little quiz. And again, the quizzes, you can use your notes, you can use the internet, you can use whatever you need. You know, in the real world today, we use all kinds of material in the clinic, in the office, wherever we are. We want to use whatever means necessary to get to the bottom of the answer. Part of being a biologist is really digging deep. So I've created these questions throughout the semester to encourage you to dig deep, not to force you to memorize a bunch of stuff and make this a high stress, high anxiety. That's the total opposite. What we're doing here is low stress, low anxiety, and digging deep as biologists to find the proper and correct answers. So anyway, you can certainly. Oh, I wanted to mention too. Let me go back into the module 1. Now it's got each of the units: Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3. But then also don't forget at the very bottom is going to be your Module 1 exam. 100 multiple choice, a little beefier, a little bit more info. But again, there's no time limit, and you just have to finish by the end of the semester. You can take it as many times as you'd like. All right, and then there's one other thing all the way down here in Module 5, and I'll be updating you on this as time goes on. But toward the end of the semester, and again, you can get working on this anytime. There's a Living Planet report. If you open that, you're going to see some information. It's a short video, but the WWF, World Wildlife Federation, puts out a kind of a report card of how we're doing as a planet, different ecosystems, and really what's kind of going on in these spots. So I want you to read the most recent report. There's a Padlet that's associated with that you can post your info. But yeah, I want you to write, like a 2-page, double spaced, we're talking like 500 words at the most, kind of a reflection on maybe some of the things you found that were a bit alarming and maybe things you found a bit hopeful. So I want you to take a peek at that. And again, if you're using Apple or MacBook, I do prefer that you save everything either in a Google Doc or as a PDF. For some reason, Brightspace has a hard time uh, translating Apple documents. So, but anyway, just as a side note. Other than that, I don't want to keep you too long, so I'm going to end the video now. If you have questions, again, please reach out. You work at your own pace, and again, have a great semester, and you guys are all going to do great. And I look forward to hearing from you again if you have any questions.